Here's my Eva. Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Amelia here. So I posted on my community tab and on Instagram, which by the way, if you don't follow me there, go do that at Amelia Lecter. If I'm like inactive on YouTube, oftentimes I'll have one or two more things to say on Instagram. So if you want to follow up with, or you want to keep up with me more regularly, go check my Instagram out. So anyway, I asked you guys to ask me any questions that you may have, and I got a handful of them, not a bunch, so this video shouldn't be too long, but I did want to go ahead and address everyone's question who did ask. So the first question is from Izzy, and what is your relationship with colors, favorite hues, what they make you feel, etc. And she says, colors in my environment are a big influence on my mood and well-being. Well, as you've probably noticed, I wear a lot of black. I just feel most comfortable wearing the color black. I guess it always kind of like makes me feel safe, maybe? I don't know, just, I don't know, walking around not in like neon colors, you know, because my hair is like very bright and all that, so I like to kind of like keep my clothes black, and then I'll like brighten it up with my hair or makeup or something. My favorite color is blue, and I mean that just makes me feel calm, and I don't know, it's the color of the ocean. I love the ocean. If you guys don't know, I have a full sleeve that is ocean themed, and yeah, I've kind of come around to liking the color pink too. I used to never like pink, but it's pretty aesthetically pleasing in some areas. So yeah, that was what I would say, biggest like colors that influence me. Izzy, let me know about you and your colors that you enjoy the most. Next question. What's your day-to-day life like? So my day-to-day life, being in quarantine, all of us are in quarantine. I only leave basically to go grocery shopping. Or if I order takeout at a restaurant, just go there and then pick it up. But I always do that with Ian because I really don't like being outside by myself. I have agoraphobia when it comes to leaving the house. So I get really paranoid and freaked out when I'm by myself. So I try to minimize that as much as possible. But yeah, so just going to the pharmacy, which I go to a ton, and yeah, otherwise just inside, I'm just, I don't know, wasting time on my phone, watching something on Netflix, reading. I do like to read quite a bit, so that I always feel kind of like productive after I read. I don't know why, but even if it's like a fiction book, it still feels productive to like read instead of, I don't know, watching TV or watching YouTube. And otherwise, I just like clean the house basically. I applied for disability again. If I have any long-term subscribers watching this, you'll know that I won a closed disability case because while I was waiting 1.5 years for my trial, I ended up getting a job that I was able to handle. So I won a closed disability case, but I'm applying again for ongoing benefits because if I wasn't like fucked in the head before, I definitely am now with COVID, and it's just making it really, really difficult to be out in public, just working under like COVID conditions. Like it's just, oh, I don't even want to think about it. But anyways, yeah, that's what my day-to-day life is like. And they also ask, how do you manage to stay motivated and get things done? Well, lack of motivation is one of the negative symptoms of schizophrenia, and it's the one that I struggle with probably the most. I don't know, I mean, I can motivate myself to do things like housework, like clean the toilet, clean the bathtub, do the dishes, and honestly, I really just think that's because of habit. Once you kind of get into a routine like that, it's easier to continue it. So as far as like creative endeavors, that's where I really have a lot of lack of motivation and anhedonia. And if you don't know what anhedonia is, that's like basically having like the lack of like pleasure or like fulfillment. Like say I want to paint like a picture, paint a canvas, and my brain will be like, well, it's not even worth trying because you're not gonna like the end result. So it's kind of like, yeah, like you have a goal, but you can't follow through with it because you don't see anything. You know, like your mind can only see the negative and you can't see the positive. I hope that kind of makes sense. But yeah, I mean, my advice to just get motivated is to just keep on a routine and make it a habit. Like I said, like creative endeavors and like jobs and like stuff like that, like that's way more difficult to maintain, but just simple housework and like self-care, like brushing your teeth and all that, just make a habit out of it. And now the next question is, how do you do self-care? Well, I take bubble baths a lot, or like bath bombs. I'll drink tea, like sleepy time tea or lavender or chamomile. Yeah, I'll like, sometimes I'll do my makeup or like I'll do my hair, not for any particular reason, but just to like feel a little bit better about myself, like about my appearance. So yeah, just kind of like doing your hair, doing your makeup, even if you have nowhere to go, it feels nice to like have gotten out of your pajamas and like done something with your face, you know? So yeah, but I really recommend bubble baths if you don't do that already, or bath bombs. They're really relaxing. How do you deal with your mental illness? Well, I mean, as I'm currently dealing with it, is I applied for disability again, and I'm just taking it one day at a time. I mean, that's the one thing, when you have mental illness, you just really have to take it one day at a time, and if you're having a bad day, just hope tomorrow is gonna be better, and you just have to do it day by day. Like, I don't make long-term goals because short-term goals are hard enough for me to keep, so I guess that's my advice there. And what are some things that make you feel better? Like I said, like reading, or like obviously hanging out with my husband makes me feel a lot better. Playing video games will make me feel better. Sometimes I just need to take a nap. Like, nothing is gonna help, so I'll just take a nap. And sometimes when I wake up, I'll feel better. So, and what are some things that are, sorry, that's what I just said. Do you attend therapy? No, I do not. I had a therapist before we moved across country, but I don't have one now. And honestly, I've never really had a positive experience with therapy, having gone to like a dozen of them. So I don't know if I'll get one here or not to try it out again, but no, I don't have one currently. What is the longest that you have been manic? I mean, I would say like most of my early 20s, like late teens, early 20s, I was manic. I just did a lot of really, really reckless things. And I'm like really incredibly lucky to not have done like more damage by hurting myself or hurting someone else. So yeah, I would just say during those times, I don't know, I really can't picture like a memory where I wasn't manic. Is it common for people with this disorder to make false accusations against their friends and family? This is kind of a personal question. Is it common for them not to talk to friends and loved ones because they're angry about being in the hospital? That's what I'm going through with my daughter at the moment. Yeah, I mean, nobody likes being in the hospital. I mean, the hospital sucks. For one, you have to deal with like other people that you don't want to deal with, and it's boring as hell. There's nothing to do. Depending on the hospital, sometimes the group therapy is good, sometimes it's bad. Sometimes your environment is good people, sometimes it's bad. I had a roommate once who like was threatening me. I don't even remember what she said, but she was just like yelling from her room. We had like a shared bathroom, and she was just like yelling at me, and I was like, okay, well, can I get out of here? But I mean, as far as making false accusations against their friends and family, that's not, I don't know what you mean specifically, but lying is not really part of the disorder. Like, that's a personality trait if you're deceptive or lying. So I wouldn't really blame the illness on that. I would just blame whatever the situation is on that. And yeah, I'm sorry that you're dealing with this with your daughter right now, but I mean, it's hard. My parents came to visit me in my first hospital visit, and I just like completely broke down. Like, I did not want to see them at all. Like, I didn't want to like confess, oh yeah, I've had all these mental health problems, by the way. So yeah, I mean, I totally empathize with her if she's feeling angry about the situation. And then the last question I got over on Instagram is, what's your hypomania and mania like? And I guess it's kind of pretty classic. I sleep less. I never like stay up for days and days on end. I always get a little bit of sleep, even if it's just like 2 or 3 hours. But my mania is like calmed down a lot since I was younger. Just being impulsive, like impulsive shopping and buying things, and I don't know, just being like too extroverted maybe, just being kind of like getting into people's space and being too needy or just like not wanting to shut up. So yeah, I mean, I kind of like deal with more now. My mania is just irritability. So, and that kind of falls into a mixed mood of like depression and mania, because I'm irritable, but I have energy, but I don't want the energy because I'm whatever. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's pretty manageable now. I haven't really dealt with like full-blown mania for quite a bit. I have psychotic episodes here and there, and I'll have paranoia, and then I have depression, obviously, and dealing with the negative symptoms of schizophrenia. But yeah, I haven't been manic in a bit. Like, hypomanic, sure, but not like full-blown manic where I'm making like really terrible life decisions. So anyways, that's all the questions. I hope you guys enjoyed, and go follow me on Instagram at Amelia Lecter if you haven't. And please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to me, and here's my Eva. She says hello, and she is very angry to say hello. Anyways, thanks guys. I'll see you later. Bye.